Good morning, everyone. Today discuss about the another topic of anatomy, physiology, and kinesiology. This is called is you can say that structure and function of muscle. Okay, so this is the very important. So we'll just discuss whether we have to know the basic knowledge about the muscles, function of the muscles. Okay, and others function of the body. So first of all are the motion muscles. So motion is the basic of the human activities. In other word, movement of human body is possible only by the contractility of muscles, right? Muscular tissues uh, constitute 40 to 50% of body weight of an individual, right? So myology is the term used to describe the study of muscles. So myology is a term for use to describe the study of muscle. So muscles are attached of bone, cartilages, ligaments, and the skin. The muscle which are placed you know beneath the skin are flat. Okay, so now I'll discuss about the uh, structural classification of the muscles. So this is the very important structural classification of muscle. So there are the three type of structural classification of the muscle. One is voluntary muscles, or you can say the skeletal muscle. One is involuntary muscle, you can say the smooth muscle. One is cardiac muscle. So what is voluntary muscle? These muscles are also called the stiff stipe muscles. These muscles have a greatest diversity of shape, size, power, speed, and contraction, and the means for which they are attached of the bones and other tissue. Okay, so skeletal muscles in further divided into two main type. One is slow twist fiber, one is fast twist fiber. So but every individual person, they are having slow twist fiber, some are having slow twist fiber, some are having fast twist fiber. So what is slow twist fiber? Slow twist fibers, you can say the red muscle is dense with the capillaries and is reach the mitochondria and myoglobin, giving the muscle tissues its characteristic red color. It can carry more oxygen and certain aerobic activity with using fat and carbohydrate as fuel. These fibers contract with long period of time but with a little force. Okay. Next one is the first twist fiber. First twist fiber muscles or type 2 has three main types that are in the order of increasing the contractile the speed. So type 2 muscle fiber is the aerobic, rich in mitochondria and capillaries, and appear red when the deoxygenate. And type 2x muscles fiber, it is also known as a type 2d. It has less density in a mitochondria and myoglobin. This is the fastest muscle type of human beings. It can contract more quickly with a greater amount of force than slow twist muscles. Okay, it can certain only short burst for activities before muscle contraction before painful become painful. Okay, so next one is the type 2b muscles fiber. It is a anaerobic white muscle that has list the density of mitochondria and myoglobin. Okay, so first is fiber. There are the three main type of fiber. One is 2a, one is 2x, and 2b. Already discussed about all the fibers that they are. Okay, mainly we have to know about what is voluntary muscle. Then fast twist fiber, slow twist fiber. I am just giving example. You can understand later on. Then involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles. These muscles are also called unstiff muscles. These muscles are responsible for the characteristic movements associated with elementary canal. These muscles control and adjust the diameter of blood vessels and the duct of glandular tissues. Okay. Uh, Next one, discuss about, look at that, the voluntary muscle. For example, I've given the voluntary muscle. Voluntary muscles. Okay, it's called a stipe muscles or voluntary muscles. Okay, get a diversity of shape, size, power, speed, and contraction, and the means for which they are attached with the bones and other tissues. Next one, this is the voluntary muscles attached with the other tissues. These muscles are. Next one is involuntary muscles. Involuntary muscles, already we discussed about this unstipped muscle. These muscles are responsible for the characteristic movement of associated with the alimentary canal. Okay, this muscle control and adjust the diameter of blood vessels of the duct glandular tissues. Okay, and this muscle contract with without nervous stimulations. They respond slowly to stimuli, but are capable to a certain contraction for the long time. Okay, and uh, uh, this muscles is mainly called is that for example the heart has involuntary muscle because we cannot control it, and then the muscle in our arms and legs are voluntary, are skeletal muscles. This is the example of voluntary involuntary muscles. Okay, next look at that, this is called the skeletal muscle. You can say that voluntary muscle, that smooth muscle, you can say the involuntary muscles, and then say cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, discuss about the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is found in our heart. What did you say that cardiac muscle is found in our heart? Cardiac muscle found in our heart. So these are stripe in these muscles in uh, muscle as in voluntary muscle, but it's differ slightly because it fiber have some branches. Okay, so this is the heart, voluntary muscle, cardiac muscles are, for example, this is the some muscles name. Just for have a look this one. Next one is cardiac muscle, already discussed. The muscles is found in our heart. There are a type in these muscles as in voluntary muscle, but it differs slightly because its fiber have some branches. Okay. Now discuss about the function of the muscles. The function of the muscles is very important thing. That's you can say that already I've said that muscle system is just like a machine which convert the chemical energy into the mechanical energy. We know that there are three type of muscle in our body: the skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Each type of muscle perform specific function in our body. Along with this, there are two type of skeletal muscle fiber in human body, namely red fiber, white fiber. Okay, or you can say that fast twist fiber and slow twist fiber. They are also called slow twist fiber and fast twist fiber, already said, respectively. This fiber also have different functions. The various type of muscles and fiber perform the following functions. These functions are performed. So first one is the maintain the posture and or cause the movement, provide the forces or movement, and the cardiac muscles perform pumping action of the heart, movement of internal organ. Slow and fast twist fiber perform different type of function, provide shape and size, and they help in increasing the range of movement and provide protection of the bone. This is called the function of the muscles. Okay, you can say it's like this. Or for example, I'm giving that there are the two type of skeletal muscle fiber. So slow twist fiber and fast twist fiber perform different type of functions. Slow twist fiber contact at a slow rate. Their fiber play a vital role in endurance activity or aerobic activities such as in cross country race, long distance race. The fast twist fiber contact at fast rate. This fiber produce the explosive power. This fiber perform fast repetitions contraction. These fiber are usually at work in 100-meter race or sprint race, high jump, weightlifting, basketball, football, etc. This fiber play a vital role while performing the anaerobic activity. Okay, so understood about the slow twist fiber and fast twist fiber. Slow twist fiber contract as a slow rate. This fiber play a vital role for endurance activity or anaerobic activity such as cross country race, long distances, etc. And the fast twist fiber contract as a first rate. This fiber produce the explosive power. This fiber perform first repeated repetitive contraction. This fiber are usually at work in 100-meter race or sprint race, high jump, weightlifting, basketball, football playing games. This fiber play a vital role while performing the anaerobic activities. Okay, so this is the main function of the muscles. Now discuss about the structure and function of respiratory system. So here you have to know about the structure of the respiratory system. No need to go deeply. Just know about the structure of that respiratory system. First structure is the nose. Everybody knows the nose. Nose as a special organ for smell, and it has the significance of part of respiration. Okay, so there are the two type of you know there sorry, it's consist of two part. One is external feature, one is internal feature. So external feature, it is uh, external feature is that it is the composed of triangular framework of bone and cartilages covered by skin. On the inner side of the nose there are the two oval shaped opening called nostril. Okay, nostrils. And the internal nasal cavity, these two cavities are separated by the partition or the septum. At the entrance, each cavity or each cavity has numerous coats here. This hair of the cavities serve as the filter or remove the particles that may be taken in with the inhale air. Okay. So next one is the you know uh, pharynx. Next one is the pharynx. Pharynx lies behind the nose. Everybody knows this one. That you have to know up to this much. It is the muscular tube which that extend from the base of the skull, and its junctions with the uh, also focus at the level of the chorioid cartilages. So this is have you seen the picture, pharynx, and now talking on the larynx. Larynx, after pharynx, the ear passes through the larynx or the voice box. It is mainly composed of cartilage. It consists of two pairs of membranes. The ear causes of vocal cord to get vibrate, uh, and this producing sound. So larynx after pharynx, the ear passes through the larynx or voice box. Okay, next one is the trachea. The trachea is also named as a windpipe. It is some sort of tube which cylinder, cylindrical shape. Its length is about 11.2 centimeter with a diameter of 2 to 2.4 centimeter. It lies in front of the opophagus and extend from the larynx. So this is for the trachea. Have you seen the trachea? This one the trachea. This is the trachea. Okay. Uh, Now talking about the bronchs, the two bronchs into which tracheas divides differ slightly. The right bronchus is shorter, wider, and more vertical than the left bronchus. Okay, so with the right bronchus. and left bronchus. Okay, 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 understood. And next one is uh, pharynx. Okay, that the pharynx, and this is the one again example of this muscle cavities. Everything is the tongue. Uh, Larynx is there. It's a focus. Look at that. This one. Same thing as that. Trachea. Okay. There. This is the trachea, the windpipe. You can say. And this is the bronchus. Bronchus already discussed that two divided two pipe divided. Okay. The right bronchus is shorter, wider, and more vertical than the left bronchus. Okay. Now talking about the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a sheet of internal skeletal muscles that extend across the bottom of the rib cage. Okay, diaphragm. Diaphragm is the extent of the bottom of the rib. This is called the diaphragm. Because there that bottom one, that yellow color, that is called the diaphragm. Okay. Uh, Now talking about the lung. Lungs, there are the two lungs in our human body. These lungs are vital organ for respiratory system. Okay, so you know the lungs are concepts organs with the effects above. This base of the lungs lies resting on the floor of the thoracic cavities on the diaphragm. These lungs are divided into lobes by uh, you know that's the lungs are divided into lobes by uh, fissures. Uh, the left lung has two lobes, and the right lung has three lobes. Each of these lobes enter you know, lobby, and as it divided and subdivided, its walls become the thinner and thinner, and finally this end in the ear, suck such of the lungs. So you have to know about the this lungs, that structure of the lungs. Okay, the lungs are two. There are the two lungs in our body. Lungs are very vital organ for respiratory system. Okay, now uh, main thing is the function of the respiratory system. The function of the respiratory system is a very vital role of this one function. So I'm talking about the functions. The uh, persistence of supply of oxygen is in indispensable for survival. Okay, if this supply is suspended for more than 4 minutes, the individual usually died. Understood? So the main function of respiratory system is to be supply oxygen to the cell of body continuously. The next important function of the system is to be exhale carbon dioxide, okay, water vapor, and other waste product out of the body. These two functions are performed by internal and external respiration. So this is called the main function of the respiratory system. Okay, so so up to this much today I already discussed about. So we have discussed about the structure and functions of respiratory system, then muscles, function of the muscles, structure and function of the muscles. Okay, so up to this much, if you having any queries, anything, so you can discuss each other. Okay, thank you.